Hey guys, Zach here. I know it's called football, joining you the day after Arsenal win yet another game. Pick up another 3 points now. That's 4 wins in a row for Mikel Arteta's men. We have sole control now of fourth place after the Manchester derby yesterday, where United got absolutely battered. It was almost sad, just sad to watch. And I mean, obviously, Man City, such a good team, brilliant team in every aspect of it. But United, those players, they have real issues at United. Not even really as bad, I would say, as Arsenal had in the last couple of years with sort of players like Sanchez and Ozil and all the uproar that was going. I mean, Mikel Arteta has really come into this job, cleaned up a lot that needed to be cleaned. Not just with players' attitude, the culture surrounding the club and players. It's just I'm very impressed by the way Mikel has been coaching and managing this team, managing the players, the way we're performing and fighting. You know, a lot of the times you look at games, the first Wolves game a couple weeks ago, I think you would have found that maybe we capitulated after the red card, even going down early in the second game that we had against Wolves. Really silly goal to give away from Gabriel, really at fault for that, and we could have capitulated. You know, conceding really early on the offsides goal that Dennis scored for Watford yesterday. Stayed composed, scored the goal, a fantastic goal that we conceded the bicycle kick. And we stayed composed. We scored a second, we scored a third, and that third one was the one that got us the 3 points in the end. And it's really coming together now under Arteta. So much improvement in the players, again, in the way we're playing football, moving the ball. Odegaard yesterday, it was fantastic watching Martin Odegaard on the ball yesterday. I mean, so exciting to watch that man on the ball. I mean, the little flick to Saka setting up the first goal all game. He's just, I mean, we know how brilliant Ozil is, and he was for Arsenal. And it seemed like when he had the ball, time just stopped. And he had so much time to look around and know what he wanted to do. And you see so much of that in Odegaard, and yet he works so hard, much harder, I would say, than Ozil. And you know, I hate to make comparisons like that. I only mean to make comparisons in a positive light. And he's just a brilliant player, man. He really is. And the way he speaks about being in this club and the loans that he had and sort of not fitting in really and looking for a club, looking for a home really, as he put it, I believe. And he's found that here at Arsenal. You know, he has a manager who trusts him to the utmost. Players who know what he's going to do with his capability on the ball. It's just brilliant, man. He makes me excited to watch Arsenal. All of these players do. Saka, again, yesterday, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic Bukayo Saka yesterday. Gabriel Martinelli, not his best game. The goal he scored was brilliant. Fantastic. It was a brilliant game of goals. Watford's goals were great as well. All of the goals Arsenal scored yesterday were fantastic, and the build-up, the strikes themselves, it was all just such a great day. And again, Arsenal coming ahead, United dropping points, you know, West Ham dropping points, and sitting in fourth place, you know, with 3 games in hand on United and West Ham, and a point, you know, above United, Manchester United, excuse me. I was trying to go off memory there. I can't remember where West Ham are. Yeah, and you know, 3 games in hand on West Ham United and 3 points ahead. Tottenham, I mean, I had the game on here, the Everton game. I mean, that is just despicable. Is it 5 now? I mean, I can't even get into my thoughts on Everton and putting Lampard in charge, but still a game in hand, 3 points ahead of them. You know, hopefully we can go and get a result against Leicester on Sunday. I mean, it's looking really good for Mikel Arteta's side, for this Arsenal team. It is really positive the way things are going at the moment. Surely top 4. I've said it before. I've said it a million times. Everybody says it. It's in our hands. I mean, it's up to us, you know, whether or not we want it and we want Champions League football. I better close out of this. Everything getting smoked. Arsenal are favorites, and it's on paper. It's not just on the squad and the performances, the way we're playing. Such attractive football. A lot of tweets yesterday, people talking about how Arsene Wenger would have been, looking at this Arsenal team, the way they played, just in awe. I mean, so proud. Hopefully he is. It's so brilliant. Thomas Partey yesterday, fantastic. Again, we see these results, these performances now, coming game in and every game now since that City game. Really, I think he's perhaps come up to fitness now, the demands of the Premier League. We've seen that before. Obviously, it happens a lot. It is such a demanding league. Kieran Tierney had his issues, obviously, before he really found his form at this football club. Now, vice captain, wearing that captain's armband whenever Lacazette is substituted. And another player who, perhaps not his best game yesterday. A lot of people questioning Kieran Tierney, what's he's doing. I've seen people saying, what's happened to Kieran Tierney? I mean, I'm not quite sure perhaps it was the way the Watford team was set up, but Gabriel Martinelli and Kieran Tierney, maybe not on the same wavelength yesterday. I mean, the goal they scored, I don't want to butcher his name, Hernandez. I'm not quite sure his name, so forgive me for that. But I've never seen a more obvious overlapping run in my life, and Granit Xhaka and Kieran Tierney are sort of just standing there. I don't know what they're doing, twiddling their thumbs, and for some reason Martinelli is forced to defend both players. I mean, the run was so obvious. Xhaka didn't move, Tierney didn't move, and it was a brilliant cross, and obviously a brilliant finish. You wouldn't expect that, but it wasn't his best game, Tierney. I thought Granit Xhaka had a good game, was probably at fault for the second goal Watford scored. Sort of got caught square. I'm not sure why he decided to pass that way. I don't know what he was thinking. He's full of praise, obviously, against Wolves, finding himself in that sort of deeper role, a more forward role, and it seems to be working for him. He's less capable of making silly mistakes that could harm the team. But look, there's only so much to say. I mean, almost everything now is positive from this Arsenal side. We're getting points, we're scoring goals. And you can only imagine this summer we bring in a really, really top-class striker. And Arsenal are, I'm not sure. I don't want to sound a little overzealous, but, it's potentially, we could see ourselves potentially fighting for third place. Lee Dixon said that last week, I think. Forget about Man United. Worry about catching Chelsea at this point. If we do win, against Leicester, we will have just a 2-point difference after playing that game in hand on Chelsea. And you never know. Chelsea, obviously, fantastic team, brilliant coach. Maybe dipping a little bit in form, but seem to have climbed their way back up now, scoring lots of goals, looking dangerous as always, Chelsea. But look, you never know. I mean, we have to play Chelsea again. We have to play Spurs. We have to play United. So, lots of games that are going to be so important when it comes to finishing top four again in our hands completely. That's my opinion. At least you can let me know what you guys think. Are we going to finish in the top four this season? Where are we going to finish? Surely some form of European football is on the cards for Arsenal this season. You guys can let me know. Let me know your thoughts on the game. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Feel free to give me a follow on Twitter. Let me know your thoughts on the game, your thoughts overall. Where you see us finishing. You can always give me a comment down below. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you when I see you.